Now, this coming weekend, if you did not know, the US and Chinese officials are scheduled to meet for trade talks on Saturday, and that event, investors hope that it will help ease the trade war between the two largest economies. This could be great news. This could be great not only for the two countries, that is China and the US, but it will also be good to South Africa, because one of the things that we have been seeing why interest rates are not coming down in South Africa is because the SA Reserve Bank is not sure, or they are not really sure what could happen between China and US, because these trade tensions I've discussed or explained to you how it gets to affect us as South Africans, or how it gets to affect South Africa. And as long as those two countries are still fighting on trade, then there won't be peace, not just to South Africa, but any country all over the world, because those are the two strongest economy, and therefore when they fight, all the other countries get to shake, right? So a lot of the countries will be watching closely the developments that will happen or that will come out of that meeting tomorrow, and we just cross fingers to say that things get better, because when things get better, guess what? The SA Reserve Bank is going to drop interest rates, which will be a great joy to all the South African consumers. Because, like I said, one of the reason, or the primary reason why the SA Reserve Bank has not been dropping in interest rates that much, it's because of the global trade tensions, which could, of course, make or bring a massive hit to South Africa if they are just reckless and just drop interest rates before they see what happens between China and the United States of America. If there is a deal that the two countries struck over this weekend, then it's going to be lights out next week, even in the stock market. So if you bought this week, probably Monday, if all goes well, you will see the stocks that you bought today, those that you bought for the very first time today, on the green, because of the good news that would have came from the Saturday meeting that is taking place between China and the United States of America. That's if we receive good news. But if we don't, then expect more tanking, expect more uncertainties, and most importantly, expect the SA Reserve Bank to always keep interest rates where they are, or slightly just drop, because they need to also be cautious of the trade tensions happening between China and the United States of America. So yeah, man, we are looking forward, and hopefully things get better. Hopefully there is a solution that the two countries meeting tomorrow, the two strongest economy, there is a solution. There is a resolution that comes and that is put on the table, and which will ultimately cancel the tariffs that these two countries were imposing on each other. One thing that obviously, though, I saw from China, remember the primary reason why, of course, America imposed a tariffs onto China is because they said there's been some unfair trading between them and China, which is the same case even to us in the US, which is why we got that 30%. They said there's been an unfair trade and therefore they're trying to rebalance. But it's just that because China responded by imposing the same tariffs that the United States of America imposed to them, that made the US to be crossed to even raised tariffs to where they are now, which is around 245%, which is not so good. Now, here is something very interesting. The numbers for the total exports, meaning that from the goods coming from China going outside of China, just increased, regardless of the trade tensions between the US and China, right? I mean, I will do a separate video maybe about that, but the exports from China, going from China into various countries, including Europe, they increased by around 8.1% increase year over year, which this simply means that the tariffs that the US has been imposing on China probably are not doing any harm to the Chinese economy, which is why the Chinese economy is continuing to grow regardless of the 245 tariffs that US imposed onto China. This therefore mean that America needs to rethink, relook, because I mean, when they see these figures, of course they are not happy, because it means that whatever they've done, it did not do anything to the Chinese economy, and this will just have to make, I think this is a positive going to that meeting, to say that America will see that whatever they've been trying to do is not working with China, and therefore maybe they have to rethink, relook at this whole situation, and then maybe try to cancel off the tariffs, because they are not working to China at all. China is still growing. China's economy will still grow, which is something that is just so good. And I suppose it's good for that meeting, because if this was not the case, if it was vice versa, the exports dropped by 80%, they were going to go into that meeting. US was going to go into that meeting so excited to say that the tariffs are working. China is feeling the heat, or is taking some bad jabs, right, from the US, which is not the case. So yeah, anyways, we'll do a video, we'll just go through the numbers with you, but this is what is happening, and we just hope that tomorrow's meeting between the two countries, of course, gets to be better, so that this, like I said, could unlock interest rate or major interest rate cuts to South Africa and other countries, which is something that I believe all consumers want to see. So tell me what you think about this, man. When I read this, I was very excited to say finally the two countries are meeting. This is what we've been wanting to see. And the markets, I think they are liking this. And of course they are positive. We are going on the weekend on a positive, and hopefully we get to see good news tomorrow. I will keep a close eye, and I will definitely let you know what the outcomes or some of the outcomes are. That's if they announce the development, or they announce what they are discussing about and how far they are, or if there's a deal that is struck. Yeah, we'll wait, we'll see, right? But anyways, me, I just thought I'd give you this quick update. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It takes me some time to make these videos, and all I ask from you is to give it a thumbs up. Those that have been sharing my videos, I appreciate. Those that have been subscribing, welcome to the channel, welcome to the family. On this channel, I give you the latest developments that has to do with the SA economy, and these trade tensions between China and South Africa has got a very big impact onto our economy. I've done some explanations onto how does it affect us, and yeah, if you've not watched previous videos, then or if it's your first time on this channel, then I would advise you to go and browse through, check some of the videos that I was talking about these trade tensions, and explaining why this peace between the two countries is needed. Why are we needing the two countries to scrape off the tariffs against each other? Because if they don't, everyone will suffer. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. That's all from me, and God bless you all.